Hey guys, welcome back. Hope everyone's having a good holiday, relaxing weekend so far. I feel like I'm still playing catch up. I'm kind of like that. If I when I was down Wednesday, I'm kind of go go go, and I have my list of how I do things, and I just feel like I'm still playing catch up. So I had to run out and run some errands earlier today, which things are absolutely chaotic. Of course, they are. I had to go to a couple stores. But, of course, we're seeing, I mean, even since last week when I was out, of course, the price increases are ridiculous. Certain areas are, the shelves are full. There's way less variety of choices on things. That's what I'm seeing. But my last video, I talked about anxiety and depression and stuff, and I got several emails about, I don't have anxiety or depression, but I have this state of stressed, or, I'm worked up, I'm worried, but it's not like an anxiety or panic attacks, and I'm not depressed. So, yes. And so there is some overlap between that video and this video, but I wanted to address it because, to kind of talk about what's going on in your body and how you can address that staying calm. They say master the art of staying calm, which is true, because just being, I'm not saying you just have to be, all the time. There's a time for it to be stressed or work, because that's how the fight or flight. But as far as we can almost get stuck in that heightened state, and it takes a toll on our body, it takes a toll on our immune system, and everything's connected. I talk about that all the time. And so it can snowball from there. And sometimes it's almost like you can't get out of that. And I mean, when there's constant things being thrown at us like there are right now, this is common. So I got handfuls of emails about that verse. I'm not really, anxious, or I don't have like anxiety, depressions, panic attacks. So what with that heightened stress, I just can't seem to calm back down. And if you've had that, sometimes you'll have that adrenaline dump. And sometimes it's going to be a big adrenaline dump, which we need because that's the fight or flight. That is a survival mechanism that we need. But when it's not, and you're just stressed, and you'll get these weird adrenaline dumps, high adrenaline and high cortisol. It's taxing our adrenal glands, there's two of them, they sit on top of your kidneys, and they can just get drained. They can get, drained, and then we don't have it when we need it. But also high cortisol levels. I've talked about that before. I think I've just mentioned about balancing that out. It's very taxing on our heart, and on your thyroid, on hormone issues. It snowballs. Everything connects and plays off of each other. So the big thing also is if you have that feeling, sometimes people will like kind of freeze. It's like, I don't want to do anything. I want to, whatever, is you need to get really active if you start feeling that, because all that adrenaline and cortisol needs to be worked out. It's got to have somewhere to go. So, staying active, because the longer you don't let that work out, how you'll kind of get that jittery, shaky, yuck feeling, and then you'll crash afterwards. You're having high adrenaline, high cortisol levels. So, get moving, get out, go for a walk. I'm always about get out in nature, unplug from things. Don't be on the blue light. Don't be in front of a TV, the computer, on your phone and stuff like that. Grounding is going to help you. Take your shoes off, grounding, staying active. Go do something. Your body needs to work and get that out. That's that oxidative stress, and it causes, issues. And I'm hearing a lot of this. Even before I did that other video, I have people asking me about that and giving me kind of a list of symptoms of things that they're feeling. And then sometimes that will cause people to be anxious because they're afraid that something else is really wrong. So, I mean, too long like that, I mean, it can cause, problems, because a lot of people who end up having stress-induced heart attacks, broken heart syndrome type heart attacks, is from high cortisol levels. Too high, too long, it is from that. So staying active, get out, do those type of things. I'll go over some vitamins and different things, herbs and stuff that help. B1 is going to help level that out and keep the surges from dumping when they shouldn't be, so B1, vitamin D3, get your sunshine. Again, get outside, take your vitamin D3 sublingual drops. Magnesium and potassium, that helps to relax things, and you need that for cardiac health anyways, but it helps relax your body. So you're going to need that, and you're going to need zinc. Again, with the things like zinc, vitamin C, and stuff like that, that's going to help with the, antioxidants, oxidative stress. That'll help. There is also a breathing technique I use different times throughout my life. It's a breathing technique, and you breathe in through your nose for a count of 7, and you hold it for 4, and then you breathe out of your mouth like a pushing out, from your mouth, pushing that air out for a count of 8. You do that 3 times. So it's the 7, 4, 8. Breathe in through your nose, hold 4, and exhale through your mouth. And that helps. It helps calm your vagus nerve. It helps calm, that'll take your, if your heart rate's getting high and stuff like that, and you're getting, anxious and stressed out, that's going to help you, that exercise. Remember that all the time. There's another one also, which is it also goes with people who have anxiety and panic attacks, is the grounding exercise. So you're doing a grounding exercise, and you're going to think, because you're changing your with your brain of why it's having this panic attack or anything, and you're grounding yourself, not like I talk about going out and earthing, but you get used whenever you're at where you're having this is okay, I'm going to name 3 things that I can see, and name those to yourself. 3 things you can hear, and 3 things you can touch. Like if I was sitting here, it's like I can feel this chair on my back. I can feel this, pad in my hand. Do things like that. The 3, 3, 3, and that will help regulate your brain and kind of pull you out of that cycle. So that's another really good one. So, like I had talked about how, having this heightened state like this lowers your immune system, causes sleep issues, it causes high blood pressure, anxiety, brain fog, inflammation throughout your body. That's the oxidative stress you want to get out. So different things. And I talked about unplugging from things, but also, if you're someone of faith, praying and meditating on different things, that is going to switch your focus somewhere else and bring, that more peaceful feeling on yourself. So herbs that help lower your cortisol level naturally is ashwagandha. I talk about all the time. Like I said, a lot of these are going to overlap, but you'll see lemon balm, chamomile, holy basil, which is the tulsi. Holy basil, tulsi, same thing. Holy basil, tulsi tea is good to have, somewhat regular anyways because of this. You want to have good probiotics. Again, the gut health, the balanced gut. If you don't have a healthy gut, snowballs. It affects all kinds of anxiety, mood, your brain, neurological things. And ginseng are all good herbs for lowering your cortisol naturally. Dark chocolate, real dark chocolate, not like just the old baking chocolate and not milk chocolate. Dark chocolate is actually really good for this for people who have anxiety or high cortisol because it's so rich in antioxidants. So get you the dark chocolate. Also, black tea helps with this. Do decaf if you're having these things, you don't want extra caffeine. But that is because with black tea, it has the theanine in it that it helps that. And I tell people all the time about switching for your oils, your cooking oils and stuff, vegetable oil, all that type of stuff that causes inflammation stuff will interfere with that. Extra virgin olive oil is really good. Different berries, again, the antioxidant stuff is going to help do the oxidative stress. You want to include different berries. And turmeric is really good. Inflammation, put that in your culinary stuff. Just incorporate in your food regularly. It's going to help these things. And again, like I said about the tea, is you really need to have really low or no caffeine and alcohol, especially if you're having these conditions, because it'll be a rebound cyclic effect with that. Another thing is it's kind of part of that grounding exercise is aspartame-free gum. I order these. I keep these all the time. This is a really good aspartame is awful for your and most all gums and stuff you buy off the counter, and most of them, they have it in there. And that causes a lot of issues if you look that type of stuff, what it does to our brains and inside of our body. But again, that's kind of that grounding thing. You're chewing on things like even they would have kids with, or adults with like ADHD, they would have them chew gum. And that is like a grounding thing. Lots of water, keeping things flushed. dehydration, inflammation, all that. So your lemon water, your apple cider vinegar water, you should be doing that. That will help these. So I wanted to address that because people were kind of, I'm not having that, but I'm having some of that, and there's a lot of overlap. So I hope it helps because I know there's a lot going on that can make us feel stressed, and we can kind of get in our own heads and snowball about things. And I mean, you're not the only ones. We all go through cycles of that. So I wanted to bring this to your attention. I hope it helps. Everyone stay safe this weekend. Stay well. God bless. And I will see you next time.